Nintendo was founded in 1889 by Fusajiro Yamauchi in Kyoto, Japan. Initially, Nintendo produced Hanafuda playing cards, which were very popular in Japan. The company slowly expanded into other products, including toys, electronic devices, and eventually video games. Nintendo's first official console was the Color TV game released in 1977. It was only available in Japan. It was a simple console that came with one or two built-in games and used small number of color-coded buttons for control. The console were designed to be easy to use. The Color TV game series was a huge success and sold well. The Game & Watch was a series of handheld electronic games released in 1980. It was the first portable gaming device and was a huge success, selling over 43 million units. The product derived to its name, featuring just a single game as well as a clock on an LCD screen. Different units were made with different games. Most games came with two modes, with an easy and faster mode. Nintendo Entertainment System, or NES, was released in 1983 and quickly became one of the most popular video game consoles of all the time. It designed to bring video games back after the video game crash of 1983. It was Nintendo's first home video game console released outside of Japan, sold more than 62 million units worldwide and set the record for the longest surviving video game system history. The Game Boy is a handheld game console released in 1989. The Game Boy was designed to be compact and portable, making it an ideal choice for gaming to the go. It was initially launched with a few basic games including Tetris and Super Mario Land. Over the years, the Game Boy evolved with several updated versions released, including the Game Boy Pocket, the Game Boy Light, and the Game Boy Color. Each version brought new features, such as improved graphics and longer battery life. Sold over 118 million Game Boy units worldwide. The Super Nintendo Entertainment System, also known as the SNES, released in 1990. It was the successor to the NES and was designed to compete with the Sega Genesis, which was the most popular console of its time. It was the first console to feature full-motion video and advanced graphics capabilities, and the first console to support multiplayer gaming, making a popular choice for families and friends who wanted to play together. Games that appeared on the SNES included the first Mario Kart game, Super Mario World, Donkey Kong Country, (1995) the release of Virtual Boy. It was the first console to offer 3D gaming experience and was marketed as a portable gaming device. The Virtual Boy wasn't a commercial success. It was criticized for its limited game library as well as its monochromatic red graphics, which some players found uncomfortable to look at. The console was discontinued after just 1 year on the market. The Nintendo 64, also known as the N64, the name comes from 64-bit video game console, released in 1996. It was the first console to use an optical disc format called the Nintendo 64 Game Pack. N64 controller featured a unique three-pronged design that was widely recognized and became one of the most iconic controllers in video game history. Some popular games appeared on N64 like Super Mario 64, GoldenEye 007, sold over 32 million units worldwide, making it one of the best-selling game consoles of all time. The Game Boy Advance, also known as the GBA, released in 2001, it was the successor to the Game Boy and Game Boy Color. The GBA featured a larger screen and improved graphics capabilities as well as more powerful processor AMD, more memory. It was designed to be backward compatible with Game Boy and Game Boy Color, making it possible for players to continue playing their favorite games on the new platform. Some of the most popular games on GBA: Super Mario Advance, Metroid Fusion. The GameCube was a home video game console released in 2001. It has an unique cube-shaped form factor that made it easily recognizable. It was also designed to be backward compatible with select Nintendo 64 games. Games which players were able to enjoy on GameCube included Super Smash Bros. Mario Kart Double Dash. The Nintendo DS was a dual-screen handheld video game console released in 2004. It's had an unique gaming experience featuring two screens, one of which was a touch-sensitive screen. This allowed for innovative gameplay mechanics and new ways to interact with games. The Wii released in 2006. It was designed to be a new type of gaming experience that would appeal to wider audience. It has an unique motion-sensitive controller called the Wii Remote that allowed players to physically interact with games. Memorable games on Wii include Wii Sports, Super Mario Galaxy, Before we move on, don't forget to subscribe. 2011. Nintendo 3DS was the first portable gaming device to feature a 3D display. Designed to be a powerful and versatile gaming platform featuring a clamshell design and dual screens. Wii U was a home video game console released in 2012. It was the first home console to feature a built-in touchscreen controller, called the Wii U Gamepad. Despite the potential, the Wii U was not as successful as the Wii. This was due to several factors, including a lack of strong third-party support, competition from other home consoles, and confusion among consumers about the console's unique features and capabilities. Nintendo Switch 2017. It was designed to be played both at home and on the go, and it features detachable controller called Joy-Cons that can be used in several different configurations. It had a lot of playable popular games: Super Mario Odyssey, Animal Crossing New Horizons. Sold over 61 million units, making it the 7th most sold handheld console. In 2020, Nintendo released a special edition of Game Watch. It celebrates the 40th anniversary of the Game Watch line of systems.